A very warm welcome, World of Barheores. Welcome back. I'm Paul.
And I'm Iris.
Yeah, and today we will go a little bit deeper into the analysis of the Barheores battles of the first round, of the male and of course of the female.
Yes, and also we will have a look at the judging system. And for that we will have a very special guest. Perhaps you have already seen, we have a seat here where nobody's sitting. Perhaps you can give us a little hint who it will be.
Yeah, he will discuss with us or talk about a little bit about the judging system, and he developed the judging system for the last Barheores, so 2017 and 2018, and he helped us a little bit with developing the WOB-format, which is the new judging system.
And he's probably the best known athlete from Austria.
Exactly.
So perhaps you can guess already.
Yes, we will come to that later. First of all, we want to say from our bottom of our hearts, thank you very much for the nice response for our first live stream and for the high amounts of people who visited our live stream.
Yeah, and also thank you for the many comments, the story shares, and all the likes on the post and your support on Instagram. We really appreciate that. It means a lot to us, and it's just beautiful to see how you guys are promoting this as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Really, really nice. And yes, if you might notice that we did some small mistakes in the live stream, but we were kind of nervous. And
yes,
it was our first time, so
I was shaking all the time.
yeah, when we picked some athletes, we messed a little bit, messed up the
counting
of
the battles.
Exactly.
That's why it seemed like the second and the third athlete we picked were battling against each other, but actually it was the first and the second and the third and the fourth. Because we were, as Pauli said, we were very nervous, and
but of course everything is correct.
Messed up the counting in our head. But of course everything is correct, yeah. And you saw the battles already on Instagram, and or at least opponents of the battles. You didn't see the battles yet.
Speaking about the battles, on the screen right now you can see the battle tree. So you can see the order of the battle, and you can see the progression of each of the battles.
Yes.
And looking at them, tell me, Iris, what do you look forward to the most?
Honestly, for me, the most interesting battle, I think, will be the one that's actually the opening battle of Stefan and Dan. Because as far as I know, they were pretty close at the World Championships in Moscow this year, or actually last year. I think it was the third and the fifth place, so very, very close. And I think they both have a very high level. And also, I think that the thing that will make the huge difference is if they pay attention to the fifth category in our judging system, which is creativity, and the fourth, which is combos.
Yeah.
So the length of the combos.
So
and
combining
stuff like
their skills will be really important this time, because
and
everyone is equally strong.
Yes, I think if you have a look at all the battles, I think those 2 points are actually the ones that will make the huge difference in every battle up to the final. Yes. Yeah,
in my opinion, of course, besides the world champions, is the Spain against the battle against the two Spanish guys.
Between the two Spanish guys. You're fine.
Yeah, Sotoxin against Alexandro, because Sotoxin, I really like his hand balancing combos. And Alexandro about his amazing style doing freestyle, doing dynamics, especially his 540, dragon side flip, ginger 540. I don't know what he's doing, but it looks just amazing.
Yeah. So if you see this right now, Alexandro, big up to you. We're looking forward to seeing that skill live, because it's a bit different.
Moving on to the girls, you can see the battle tree of the girls right now on the screen.
Yes.
And I think I've heard from you that you really like the first battle, so the opening battle of the girls as well.
Yes, again, actually, because it's a similar situation as for the boys. I think at the World Championships it was, again, very, very close, and also here the fourth and the fifth category will be very, very important.
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit more about the categories, and let's welcome our guest, Achim Gölles.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
Right.
coming.
Yes,
Thanks for taking the time.
Yes.
no problem.
So they are, as we said right now, there are 5 categories. Please tell us a little bit about them.
Yes, right now we will have 5 categories in the new judging system, which will be statics, dynamics, strength dynamics, combos, and creativity. So this is new here. We will have the creativity aspect, which means that it will be important to be creative, to show some good style, and also it will be important to match up the stuff to the music, which is an option for the athletes. They can or they will they actually have to.
Actually, almost all of them send us the songs they want to battle to.
We'll have to put the music and to choose the music for the battles. So yeah, everything will be planned, and I think that's pretty nice and pretty exciting because this will make it happen so that the guys will be able to do a very good performance, and they will be able to plan everything, which will be pretty nice for the quality of the battles.
And also quite fair because when you want to do a really fast-paced dynamics combo and you will get from the DJ like a really slow-paced music, that won't fit, and yeah, that influences your.
Yes, you can choose everything.
Yeah, no, that's not the case. Exactly. Yeah, and it's also quite difficult that you have to think about progressing through the battles. You get even more exhausted because at the end, I think it's 8 rounds.
Yeah,
to the
if
final.
you're planning to go to the finals, you have to prepare 8 rounds, even to the music, because this will be in one.
That's very hard.
Yeah, this will be one important aspect, and this is very hard for all of the athletes. But I think it will be great for everyone who is watching because it will be even more exciting there.
I think they actually still have some room for freestyle because that should get lost. It's a freestyle battle, you know.
Of course.
But it will be certainly a bit more planned because the people know the music they battle to, and it's not like it used to be that you, for example, in the first turn of the round, you plan to do a statics combo, which is really slow and stuff like that. And then you get a drum and bass song, and it just doesn't fit at all to what you're doing. So that's something that basically can't happen anymore, which I find is very good because it just looks way better.
Yeah, and which is also new about the new system is that the judges, there will be 5 judges, not only 3, which it's nice because there will be less responsibility of each one of the judges' shoulders, because if you have 3 judges and one of them messes up or does something unfair, it's hard, but if it's 5, it's everyone
buffer,
it's a little bit more buffer. And yeah, the judges will also have to just pick 1 or 0, so they will just have to decide which one of the athletes was better in all of the categories. So every judge will judge every category. So this is pretty nice because you do not have to think about it too much, or too long, especially.
Too long, that's
And you must not communicate with the different judges.
Yes,
That's
it's
the
not
second
allowed.
point,
It's not allowed. It's new. We can't communicate as the judges, which is on the one side it's hard for me because I want to communicate, but on the other side it's better because it will be a faster decision. And it will just be faster. So.
And you're probably wondering how you're gonna see the results of the judges. As you might know, and if you see our stories, we have huge boards where you can see all 25 points, let's say, 5 categories and 5 judges. And everyone sees it, and it's quite transparent also for the audience who won and why he did win. And
Yes, it's nice. And the winner will be decided by who will win the most categories. So you have to win at least 3 categories of those 5 to be the winner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is nice. And you cannot win by just going for one thing. You will have to be the winner of at least 3 of those categories. Yeah.
That's something I really like too. And what I also like is that board, it's so huge you can actually see it from everywhere. So if you come to FIBO, you will be impressed by those boards because the lights actually are this size. Only one of them is this size, and we have many of them. So
cool. Second change is also that the judges have not too long of they have a short amount of time to decide which athlete they want to see in the next round.
Yes, the time is limited for the judges to decide. So this is actually hard for the judges because they will have to decide fast. But it will be a lot better for the show, and it will also be this will lead to the fact that the athletes will really have to impress the judges, because if they will impress the judges, the first impression will be the one who makes the decision. So
I also think it will be a bit more natural decision, because it's like if you see a lion, you know if it's good for you or if you have to run. So if you have two athletes and you know from the beginning on, after he finished his combos, that you like that one more, then you don't have to overthink everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's something I think that is very important. And
I
makes it
think
just
this
more
only
natural.
works when there are 5 judges,
Yes.
because
One
it
alone would
might
be a
occur.
catastrophe.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
it
yes.
might occur that someone is really not certain about
Yeah.
their decision,
Yeah,
and if he chooses the wrong one, it
Yeah, we
influences
really,
not the
really
decision.
still have to think about it, of course. This does not mean that the judges can think about it, but
Yeah.
it's just, we really have to decide.
Yeah.
And also, I think that you guys will have a lot of fun while judging, because you will be busy all the time. It's not like you have to write, talk, count, discuss.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
just sitting and
Yeah,
is
and
it athlete A or athlete B? Athlete A or
actually-
B for every category.
To be honest, it's the first time that I'm excited about judging this, because I judged it the last 2 years as well, and it's always pretty stressful for me.
Yeah, it might be also very stressful for new judges. Let's say I get a new judge who never judged a competition, and then he gets thrown into a cold water and
Yes.
has to judge next to 2 different another judges about a prize money for, I don't know, right now it's 6,000 euros, and if he
So
messes
huge.
up, then it could lead
It's easier for the judges, and it's less responsibility on the shoulder of each judge,
yeah.
which I pretty much like, and I think this will also lead to a better outcome.
Yeah, and no one will see the decision of each judge. Not the athlete, not the host, not the audience. No one. You only will see the results.
On
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the
that's
big board.
On the big board.
Yes.
Okay, so, but is there anything which you really dislike about the new judging system?
Yeah, I don't really dislike it, but the one thing I personally like to really think about the decisions I make, because I'm like thinking kind of guy, however you want to call it. So, but I can't do it here because the time is limited, as you said, for the decision. So this is one thing that I'm a little bit afraid of, but I think it also has a lot of pros, because it will be much better for the show, and I think it will be also better for the outcome.
Yeah,
which
also
is
this
okay.
kind of stuff might be tweaked, because we will test it the very first time at FIBO. And if this really will not pan out, we can tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I think not. I think it will work out. But
yeah, we
I'm
all
pretty
agreed on
confident about that.
Yeah, me too. We all agreed on it, and yeah, we got some really nice feedback.
Yes.
So
Also, thanks to
another
the people
question.
that gave us feedback on the judging
Yes,
system. We
exactly.
value that a lot, and we're always happy to improve. So,
Yes.
So about
you.
the judging system as well, is there any point where athletes could abuse the judging system? Let's say we have 5 categories, and if you win 3 of them, you win, of course. So I will only focus on 3 categories, and I will all the time. Is it possible?
I think it would be technically possible to go for 3 of those categories just, but I think in this battle it won't be possible, because the level is very high, and I think no one of the athletes can be absolutely sure that they will for certain win 3 of those categories. So, and if they will lose the other 2 for sure, this means too much risk, I think. So
Yeah.
I think it's not possible to really abuse this judging system and to really play it completely safe and easy. I think the athletes will have to show their best, and will have to try to show their best in as much categories as possible.
yeah, combine wisely
Yes.
and creatively. I
Yes.
think those are the most important points for this battle.
Yeah, I think
specifically.
the creativity will be. It's actually, I'm excited to see it, because the athletes will be pushed to show some new stuff through this system, or some variations just. And yeah, which will be nice to watch.
Yeah, the World Championship where you attended, your run just stood out to everyone, because you made your skills perfectly combined. You combined your skills perfectly to the music, and I think you impressed the judges with that. And if you really can do that, and if you really combine your creativity with your skills, and I think this is a really, really important aspect of this sport, because this is freestyle. This is no gymnastic,
That's true.
pre-given sequences of tricks. Yeah, and we will look forward to see maybe new tricks, maybe new styles of combining tricks.
I think especially the latter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because new skills is always a bit risky at a competition.
Yes.
I mean, we would be very happy if we do that. Not get me wrong, but I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any preparations to do? Like, will you discuss a little bit with the other judges? Will you stay in contact?
Yeah, of course, we will have to just communicate with all judges that we really understand how it works, how they should decide, and
Because I think there's
how it
also a
works
little
out.
bit of more focus on not holding a static trick for a certain amount of time.
Yes, yes. One thing is that it could be a problem, or it sometimes was a problem if someone really just did not hold his statics. It did not get him that much minus as if he would did not get a dynamic. So
Yeah.
and this
So
is
it was more drastic to fail a dynamic streak because then you interrupted your combo, you failed the dynamic streak, of course, so it influenced the outcome even more than
Yeah.
just the 1 second
so,
front level.
yeah.
hold.
We really also want to notice the statics, that if the statics are actually held.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but you won't count seconds actually.
Yeah, I might count seconds in my head, but actually when I see it, I know if it was
Yeah.
You
hold
can
or
see
not.
if it's a hold or
Normally you
not.
can see it if he's able to really hold it. Yeah.
Also if it's combined with a strength dynamic streak. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and also actually you have two athletes and you just have to decide if athlete A or B did it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's the
the
thing.
seconds don't count
Yeah,
that
yeah.
much.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
the thing.
overall impression.
There
of
are no
each
like
category.
points that are added up. It's just yes or no. That's it. Yeah.
But of course the judges can take notes. Of course they have
Yes,
sheets,
of
of
course.
course.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
also very important, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one last question maybe. Do you have any favorites? Every favorite battle, any favorite athlete?
I don't have any favorite athlete or any favorite battle. Actually, I know lots of the guys who are competing there personally, and I'm glad to see them again. So I wish you all the best if you're watching this. But I don't have any favorites because I think all of them are very, very good, and I also should be neutral. So I don't want to even think about having a favorite. I did not.
That's
I
wise.
just want to be as neutral as I can be. Yeah.
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 So, what's the next dates which you should keep in mind? Or
Yeah, I mean, there's only a few more days. Actually, we can already say days.
Yeah.
There's only a few more days until FIBO, and
Time flies.
I'm very, very excited. I'm literally having sleepless nights right now because I wake up in the night and have to think about the whole event, but I'm very much looking forward to it. So, coming back to this, you should make sure to not miss the live stream of the press conference on the 5th of April.
it's the
On
Friday.
4 p.m. Yeah, it's the Friday of FIBO, and 4 p.m. local time, so it's Middle European time zone. And next live stream after that is, of course, the battle on the following day, the 6th of April, on 1 p.m. And you find all the information again on our website, all the links, and we will, of course, publish them on Instagram as well.
Yeah,
There
you won't miss it.
be an Instagram live stream from us. We will only stream it by our website because we think the quality is way better there. And yeah, just lift it up a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you very much, Achim, for stopping by.
No
Yeah,
problem.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
we'll
for
see
having
you in a few days, I guess.
Yeah. See you soon.
See you there.
Have a safe travel to Cologne if you come.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.